Hi, my name is Amr. I'm here again, and today we're going to talk to you about probably a subject that we're going to talk about quite a bit, but getting smarter about reading ingredients. Now, I'm still learning. I'm always learning, and I pick up stuff that is offensive to your body. And I'm just going to give you an example of something that I just picked up, which seemed really innocuous at the time. It wasn't until I was at about 90% done that I decided to turn it over and read the ingredients a little bit more carefully. So I go into the store. It's an organic store. Actually, it's known for its organic foods. It's a small independent store. It's called the Sweet Potato up here in Toronto. Great store. Absolutely great. I highly recommend it if you're in the Toronto area. I'm walking the aisles, and lo and behold, in the cold section, I find a cream cheese, quote-unquote cream cheese. Now, I know the cream cheese is kind of an alternative cream cheese. I don't want to say faux, but you just want to believe that the foods are really good. Definitely processed. You just want to believe that the foods are really good, and they're not that bad for you, and you just want to enjoy life a little bit and have something. Anyway, so I came across this particular cream cheese, and on it says lactose free, which is great. It says dairy free, which is fantastic because I'm a dairy free guy. Casein free, I'm definitely allergic to casein. Soy free, I try to avoid soy as much as possible. I'm like, wow, this is fantastic. Cream cheese, I love the cream cheese. Anyway, I brought it home, and I do think I turned it over, and when I turned it over, in the first couple of lines, it said something like non-GMO expeller pressed. And I was like, oh, great. So they're cognizant of something that's non-GMO, and that's perfect. I'm going to grab it. So this must be non-GMO, and it must be great. I bring it home. I eat it. I get through it. It's not tremendously good tasting. I mean, it's pretty good, especially when you put some jam on it. And then I turned it around. I felt it was a bit sweeter than it ought to be. Cream cheese tends to be a little bit more tart, and that's more enjoyable. Anyway, as I went through it, and I'm going to kind of go through these ingredients with you, just so you can get a feel for how I think about the ingredients. So the first ingredient was filtered water, no problem. Coconut oil, great. That's actually really good for you. This is definitely a processed food. Okay, there's no doubt about it. It's a processed food. It falls under the processed food category. You cannot pick it off the tree or pull it out of the ground and just eat it. This is something that's gone through some sort of a mechanical process, and it's now on the dinner table or the breakfast table, if you will. So the next item is tapioca starch. Okay, that's good. Non-GMO expeller pressed canola oil, and or non-GMO expeller pressed safflower oil. I was like, oh my God, canola oil, it's non-GMO? That's a pass for me. Potato starch, pea protein, isolate, I think that's okay, I'm not sure, I'm hoping that it's okay. I'm going to just grab it because it's kind of lower down on the list. Sea salt, vegetable glycerin, fine, xanthan gum. Now xanthan gum, potato starch, these type of items I find a lot in the gluten-free section, or the gluten-free products. So I'm generally okay with those. My body can handle those. And I don't see a problem with that. Lactic acid, I just noticed that. Vegan for flavor. I'm not actually sure what that means. Agave syrup. I'm not a proponent of ever having agave syrup. They claim it's a natural. It probably is. The problem in agave syrup is it has a very high insulin response. So I would tend to avoid things with agave syrup. Natural vegan flavors. Now that's when my antennae went up and my critique mind opened up again, opened up a little bit. And that is something that I avoid forever. Anything that says natural flavor in it is anything but natural. It is grown in a GMO petri dish. You cannot introduce anything into your body that is GMO based because you will develop an allergy to it. If you eliminate all GMO foods, you will probably see a huge improvement in your allergies and other conditions that you may be experiencing from a health perspective. And then there's a couple more here, but then at the end, the last one the last ingredient here is called cultured sugar. And that's when I said, oh my God, how could sugar be cultured? Sugar is a naturally occurring compound, a naturally occurring ingredient, and they've cultured it. And that's when I just basically picked it up. I'd already 90% eaten it, and I just threw it away to the side. But I thought I'd blog about it really quickly, give you my thoughts on it. At all costs, avoid GMO ingredients, avoid things like cultured sugar. We don't know what it is. They're hiding it from us. They don't exactly tell us, give us full transparency about what this is. We should avoid it. Until next time.